Dad's dream to talk about his favorite team with the son of digging the stats. Come and join us, nerding on the Dbacks.
Hello, welcome to Nerding on the Dbacks. I'm Son/Phoenix.
That's right, and I'm Dad/Chris. And we are the best
And only
father-son baseball show
in the United States of America.
You button hooked me there. I didn't know you were gonna button hook me.
It's okay, I can save it. We the people of the United States.
So welcome to our show. Please, first some house cleaning. Like, comment, subscribe, rate, review, and of course, channel your inner kindergartner.
And sure.
That's it. So, been kind of hot outside.
Yeah, you could say so.
Hot, little
Yeah.
humid in the East Valley.
Yeah.
Yeah. This past weekend though, we spent
cloudy
a lot of
outside.
time indoors though.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's how you handle that. You got to spend a lot of time with friends this past weekend, which is pretty cool. Mm-hmm. And doing some gaming and basketball. I did the dad thing, which was pretty much just playing games with you and Limerick.
Monster trucks.
And speaking of that, we're here to play a game.
And that game is called Did You Really Just Say That?
Woo! All right. Yeah. So, did you really just say that? Is a game that we kind of made up, and it's awesome.
Yeah.
It's the best best sports. What do we call it? Game show, sports game show. That's what it is. Best sports game show, probably ever.
Yeah.
And so
we can say that.
we got some rules about this game. How do those rules go, Phoenix?
Well, did you really just say that? Rules are our predictions must be quantifiable. We will track hits, batting average, doubles, and home runs. We will decide on the hit type for each prediction when we make it.
That's right. And how many predictions are we going to make?
We're going to make 3.
3 predictions on each show. We do this every week, people. I hope you're following along because we're not very good at it.
Yeah, we're not very good.
So we start every Did You Really Just Say That off, of course, with You Really Said That. Right?
He really just said it?
Yeah. So I'm going to have you kick us off on the You Really Said That. And what do you got? So we recap what came off the board, essentially what predictions either came true or did not come true. And so here we go. What do you got, son?
I think this was my first prediction of the entire Did You Really Just Say That?
It was your first, very, very, very first prediction.
Corbin Carroll will hit 10 triples in 2024. And that came true, so I got a double out of that.
You said that.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, you did. You got a double for that one. That's he actually hit his 10th triple I think a couple of weeks ago. I just missed it.
Wow.
That he snagged that one. So, yeah, he's got 10 triples now. He might even have 11, I don't know, but I know he's got at least 10. That's all that matters.
That'd be a career high, I think.
No.
Yeah, it would.
No.
He's only at his career high is only 10.
That's all he hit last season?
Yeah, he hit 10 last season.
Oh my God. Really?
Yeah.
Whoa. Nice.
Yeah.
All right.
Dude.
Yeah,
Yeah.
dude.
Surf them waves.
Okay. That's impressive. I didn't know he only hit 10 last year.
I'm pretty sure, yeah.
And he hit 10 like around August 1st. That's a pretty good season.
So, this one I got wrong. Dbacks will win their next 5 games. Last 2 versus Guardians and first 3 versus Phillies. And the Phillies just had to go mess that up.
Yeah, they beat Jordan Montgomery.
Well, that was pretty much obvious. So.
Right. If you would have just made the prediction of like the D-backs will win their next 5 games that are not started by Jordan Montgomery,
I
you
would
have
have
won.
I would have won.
Yep. So yeah, you can see where our heart lies over here.
Did you really just say that?
So, yeah. So that was it. A good showing. I mean, 1 for 2, not bad.
Yep.
Dad, what does Dad have coming off here this week?
What does Dad have coming up?
So
Like,
I said
oh.
our Eduardo Rodriguez will return to the D-backs rotation before Merrill Kelly does. And for some context,
Did you really just say that?
I said this like 2.5 months ago as to when this would happen. Pretty much as soon as Merrill Kelly went down with the injury, I was like, oh yeah, Erod's coming back. And then I also said that was good for a single. I also said the D-backs will out homer the Phillies in their 4-game series.
Did you really say that?
And the D-backs did that. I think they out homered the Phillies 9-2 in their series. Yeah, it was a bit tilted for sure. And then the last thing I said, which I did not get right, is that the D-backs and Phillies would score at least 15 runs in the first game of that series.
He really said that? Yes.
And so that was the Montgomery Colby Allard game, and they scored 10 runs. Colby Allard and Jordan Montgomery did their part, but the bullpens
That's
for both
surprising to hear.
teams were too good. Oh no, I mean did their part in getting a lot of runs on the board. Yeah,
That's not
did
very
their part in
surprising.
keeping runs off the board.
That's not very surprising.
No, it's not. It's not really the way you want to go about it. So
Only 10 and Montgomery was pitching?
yeah, they gave up.
Only
D-backs
10?
D-backs gave up 6 runs. Montgomery gave up 4, I think, in 5 innings.
No way. It should have been like 7 or something.
Yeah, I mean, it was sadly one of Montgomery's better games.
Sadly.
Well, I mean, when you give up 4 runs, I think it was 4 runs in 5 innings, 5 2/3 innings. That's not a good line. Like in general, you're gonna be rocking a ERA north of 6, and
And a cold list.
He's got an ERA north of 6 for the season, and so that's kind of just what he's been. Yeah. So next we've got to cover what we have for our stats for the season, because we think it's funny to keep stats on our predictions. We got to track these things. We can't just make predictions and not be held accountable.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
We got to see how suck we do.
what do we got going on for the season so far?
So, for you,
Me.
yeah, because you got the most right, and also you're older and have shorter hair. You have
All true things.
your batting average is .404, and you have 3 doubles and 3 home runs. Me, the better one, the most funniest one, the one who carries this pod,
The better looking, smoother sounding.
has a batting average of .395. I have 6 doubles. Absolutely amazing. 3 home runs.
I love the way you talk about the stats, especially like decimal stats. It's so funny. It's like how I think it's Grant Brisbee always references runs as points. So he's like, they just scored 2 more points. And it just cracks me up.
Is it not 395?
Yeah, you just don't say the decimal number in front of it. That's all.
1.395.
Yep. So, but I love that you do. It's
Yeah.
it's very pedantic.
Because it makes it more fun.
And you know how much I love pedanticism.
I'm going to pretend like I know what that means.
It may or may not be a word. I mean, pedantic is. I just don't know if I conjugated it in a way that's a thing by the English language. So anyway,
It could be Latin.
If you know, is pedanticism a word? Please comment below.
I mean, you're watching on something. You're not just... Well, you
So-
could be in our closet.
So next up, we're gonna get what? They could be.
I mean, they could be in like the ceiling. They could be in the vents. I see you up there.
So we have now next up, we're gonna make our predictions for this week. We got 3 fresh predictions each coming towards you. So Phoenix, you kick us off.
All right. So, you heard about our Jordan Montgomery talk and how we absolutely love him. So I said that Jordan Montgomery will be sent to the bullpen by the end of the month, hopefully.
Okay. Yeah. I know he's getting at least one more start because I had commented on the last pod about how the doubleheader screwed everything up, right?
Yeah.
And so if they were going to move Montgomery to the pen this week, Ryan Nelson or somebody, but it would probably be Ryan Nelson, would have to pitch on short rest. And you don't really want to do that with somebody. So they're going to go through, I imagine, and pitch Montgomery on Wednesday. And that might be his last start. It wouldn't be a surprise to me at all. And so, yeah, I mean, at that point, we beat that pitcher to death. He's not really a horse.
In a good way.
Yeah, I guess. I feel bad. I mean, I feel kind of bad. It's not like he's in relation to the other major league pitchers, he's the worst. And not just on the team, but in all of baseball. Statistically, he's got the highest ERA for all pitchers who have started 17 games. And so I think it's in the team's best interest to move him to that bullpen. And he is the worst.
Yeah.
Yeah, too bad. I was so excited. Do you remember how excited we were when they signed him?
Yeah.
It was crazy.
You literally almost fell off your chair. We were eating dinner, and he picked up his phone and went, and like practically fell off his chair. His mom got so mad at him because like you had like the knee.
Yeah,
the knee
yeah.
was, like,
I just
cut
had
open.
knee surgery. Yeah.
I think if Jordan Montgomery got signed on the day of your surgery, you would wake up to look at your phone and then fall off the surgery table from just seeing Jordan Montgomery get signed.
Yeah, I was so excited, and man, it literally, I don't think this could have turned out worse. It probably would have been. I'm not going to say this about somebody, so yeah, it couldn't have been worse. So anyway,
You said that.
I'm gonna go ahead.
Really?
Really?
And put my first prediction out there, and that is the Dbacks will outscore the Rockies. Those Rocks, who they're playing tonight.
That's a single.
They're gonna outscore by a total of 8 runs. Here, I'm gonna argue why it's a double in a moment. They're gonna outscore the Rockies by at least 8 total runs in this series. The Rockies have the most runs against. They've given up the most runs in
I said that.
in Major League Baseball this season. And it's largely due to the Coors effect. So if you don't know what the Coors effect is.
I don't.
You don't know what the Coors effect is?
I think it's like an effect
Yeah, it's an effect.
by Coors.
Yeah, actually, this is.
Yeah.
Yeah, 100% accurate. So the Coors effect is the Rockies play at like 5,000 feet elevation, roughly.
Yeah.
And so the ball does not have as much, essentially molecules in the air to grab, and so it doesn't spin as much, and so the ball doesn't move as much, right? And so it's a lot easier to hit in Denver, Colorado, than it is at any other stadium.
Okay, so
in
bunt
Major League
single.
Baseball. But it's also harder for every game after you leave Denver, Colorado. It's harder to hit. The first game, and then it's a little easier the second, and then a little easier the third, and easier the fourth. And so there's a hangover effect, essentially, from leaving Coors. So that's what the Coors effect is. It results in the most runs when pitching at home, but they also give up the most runs when they're pitching on the road as well. They just give up the most runs. And then the D-backs have the most runs scored in Major League Baseball. So this is like really high scoring environment here. I would predict that this is going to be 10 runs or more, except for Jordan Montgomery is projected to pitch in the third game of the series. And I suspect the Rockies are going to put a decent amount of runs up on him.
Yeah, probably.
They got Brenton Doyle.
Doyle?
Oh, Doyle rules. That's for all you oldies out there.
Yeah, I'm like one of those Gen X or whatever.
All right. So, what do you got for your second prediction?
Well, I got. One moment, please. Play elevator music. Okay, so you want to keep going? Oh,
No, go ahead.
Okay, so I said that the Dbacks will shut out the Rockies. So
Ooh.
yeah,
All right. Well, that's definitely either going to happen Monday or Tuesday because,
yeah.
I mean, I don't think Montgomery has thrown a shutout yet this season.
I just said that.
No, he'll do it.
So, yeah, that's a good one. I would, yeah, that's a good prediction. I'm willing to just straight up say that's a home run. Yep. If they make it happen, it's a home run. Because I mean, you're already down. Usually, it's like a 3-game sample that you get to try to shut out a team, right? Mm-hmm. But being that Montgomery is pitching one of those games, it's more like a 2-game sample. You only get 2 shots at shutting the team out, not 3. So yeah, that's where we're at. And then, all right, the Rockies also, they're not that bad of an offense. Part of that is the Coors effect again, and
Yeah, the Doors effect will really get you.
But I feel like tonight's probably their best shot at this because they got Fott going tonight, and then they got Erod pitching Tuesday, which I doubt that Erod will shut them out. I just don't expect that kind of performance yet out of Erod and Kelly to go out and shut anybody out.
He didn't have a rehab game,
And so you're really kind of banking on tonight. Right, he didn't. Well, he had a rehab game at the major league level. So my second prediction is Brandon Pfaadt, Zach Gallen, and Ryan Nelson will all throw quality starts this week. I'm calling that one a home run.
Actually,
You really said that? Yes.
Actually,
A quality start is at least 6 innings with 3 or less runs. It's a tough bar to clear.
I want to say single, but
So they're facing those 3 pitchers are facing the Rockies and the Rays. Fott is facing the Rockies. Gallen and Nelson are each facing the Rays. And
how do you know?
Okay, they're projected too.
Yeah.
Yeah, I get it.
Yeah.
Facing
On that one.
the Rockies. I just want to first. I'm just going to say the Rockies are the Rockies, and it's in Arizona. So that's I feel like a quality start is on the horizon for Fott at least. And then the Rays
that makes
ranked
sense.
the Rays. You know how the Diamondbacks are number 1 in Major League Baseball in runs scored. The Rays
Of course.
The Rays are 28th. Yeah, they're not very good out of 30. Yeah, 28th out of 30 teams. They're not a very good offensive team. So, so I think some quality starts from Gallen and Nelson versus the Rays are very possible. I know this sounds crazy. Gallen is the one that I'm most concerned about making this happen.
That sounds crazy.
Right? Who would have thought that would be the case when the season started?
I
in April.
you could replace him with Jordan Montgomery.
Yeah, that doesn't seem. There's a reason I didn't include Merrill Kelly and Eduardo Rodriguez in this either. I just don't think that's going to happen. They're just not built up enough. But
Well, apparently you don't believe in the team.
not in every player on the team. No. As a whole, yes. All right. So your third and final prediction, Phoenix.
Is they will wait September 1st to bring back Christian Walker.
Did you really just say that?
I actually think that's probably right. It's a smart prediction because you have to. For those of you who don't know, Major League Baseball is kind of weird in that for the last month of the season, they let you add 2 extra players to the roster, to the active roster.
That's pretty weird.
It is super weird. So you can add 1 pitcher, or you can add 1 pitcher and 1 hitter, or you can add 2 hitters, but you can't add 2 pitchers. That part's not allowed.
That is ludicrous.
So, so I think because the team doesn't want to lose Josh Bell, and it would be, I mean, you could technically send Alec Thomas maybe down for a few days if you wanted to get Christian Walker activated earlier than September 1st, but I don't know. Alec Thomas, I don't believe, has been sent down yet this season. So if you don't send him down prior to September 1st, you don't burn an option year for Alec Thomas. And so
Yeah.
I think it would be really smart for them to just, even if Walker is kind of ready to go on, say like August 29th, just wait a couple more days and put Walker. That way you don't have to send anybody down when you activate Walker. You don't have to DFA Josh Bell. You don't have to burn an option year for 2 days of Alec Thomas being in Reno. It just makes the most sense.
Yeah.
And then so I think that's a good prediction. I would probably give that a double.
Home run.
I don't think that's
I said double. You said home run. I mean, if you want to go with home run, we can.
And so my third and final prediction
Of the year.
of this show.
I know.
Okay. Is
Well, you
that
never know.
Kevin Newman. I'm making a Kevin Newman prediction. I think this might be our first Kevin Newman prediction of this entire season.
Yeah, that's a new man to the predictions, bud.
Yeah, I like it. Good pun. Yeah, I love puns. We love puns, especially puck puns.
Yeah.
But we'll take Newman puns too.
Yeah.
Newman.
Yeah.
That's also a joke for you oldies.
Yeah.
Hello, Jerry.
Yeah.
Hello, Newman.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So Kevin Newman is going to be the next D-back to get to 7 stolen bases on the season. So,
I disagree.
right, which is kind of crazy because, okay, so he's tied right now with Kettle Marte and LGJ at 6. But both Marte and Gurriel had
Oh, wait, hold on. What was that? Who's LGJ?
LGJ. Oh yeah, we'll get it up on the. Oh yeah, that's the Gurriel right there. LGJ. Woo, Gurriel Jr. All right, so so both Marte and Gurriel are tied with Newman at 6 stolen bases, but both Marte and Gurriel had boo-boos to their lower body this past weekend. And so I don't see either of those guys running much, and I think Newman will get there first. So that's it. It's okay. It's okay.
It's not okay.
I'm not insulting Gurriel. I promise.
No, but I feel insulted by the injuries.
All right. So yeah, that's really it for the week. And we'll see how we do. Tune in next time to find out what the results are.
Tune in next time on Nerding on the D-Backs.
Yeah. And then please like, comment, subscribe, rate, review. Channel your inner kindergartner. Say it or I'm going to say it.
And share. Sorry,
That's right.
that took me a long time.
And of course, one last thing. Take it away.
Take it away, Limerick, brother, man, dude.
Yearning! Under! D-Backs!